बिहारी लाल की जय, राधा रानी की जय। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। कस्तूरितिलकं ललाटपटले वक्षस्थले कौस्तुभम् नासाग्रेवरमौक्तिकं करतले वेनः करे कंकण सर्वांगी हरिचंदनं सुललितं कंठे च मुक्तावली गोपस्त्री परिवेष्टितो विजयते गोपाल चूड़ामणि। नमः कमलनाभाय नमः कमलमालिनी नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षणे यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश प्रहिनोति तस्मै तद्ब्रह्मदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाश मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। आदरणीय पंडित जी, प्रिय सज्जनों, भक्त समुदाय, विप्र मंडली, महानुभाव, worshipable Pandit ji, devotees of the Supreme Lord, the Divine Souls. First let me say Radhe Radhe to each and everyone, and my pranam, my humblest prostrations to all of you. Very special Radhe Radhe to those who will be looking later on Bhakti TV also. Very special thank you to Pandit Satyananda Ji Maharaj, who makes this possible to be shown on Bhakti TV, even pre-recorded also, sometimes live. Do support Bhakti TV or TV Bhakti. Tonight is today we began observing Pitru Paksh. Today is the first day. Pitru Paksh normally 15 days, which is observed in Buddha side. In our rishis and munis saw the way that this for 15 days were put aside for worshiping the Pitris, the ancestors, departed souls. There's not a bad time. Somehow it gets in the head of people, there's some bad time. It's not a bad time. There's nothing inauspicious about this time. It is said in some of the scriptures that the Pitris are even more, they give more blessings, more favorable than even the Devatas, if we please them. So, is this the time set aside for giving thanks and offering oblations, etc.? Remembering the debt we owe, Pitri Rin, there's a Rin which is called Pitri Rin. There's so many Rin we owe, debts we owe, and one of them is Pitri Rin. Oh, Rin, Rin, Pitri Rin. So, a debt we owe with the ancestors, if the Buddha dared, then we would not even be here. And so we owe a debt to them. This 15 days set aside, it's not a time of boot and braid running all over the place, as some people tend to think. There's no boot and braid running anywhere. We should not be afraid at this time of the year. At this time, no Devatas are not worshipped, but Bhagwan Shri Krishna is worshipped. And He is Supreme Brahma, Supreme Lord. Bhagwan is the one who makes everything auspicious, Mangaladayak. So, if you worship Bhagwan, then everything is auspicious. So we should get away from the idea that it's an inauspicious time. There's nothing inauspicious about this time. It's just a time set aside for worshipping the Pitris, the departed souls, offering tarpan, oblations, etc. in their name. So we begin this here at the Shama Sham Dham in New York City. This wonderful mandir run by Pandit Chaitra Maharaj and the devotees. Here we are doing 6 days, 5 nights of reading Garuda Puran, and then on the 6th day there will be Sarva Pitri Tarpan, which will be the Sunday morning, 26. So, a lot of things, a lot of questions are asked, etc. And hopefully during this reading we will be able to get some answers and clarify some things in our mind. A lot of things are told because of superstition, tradition, superstition. Somebody starts something and everybody follow. And we don't even ask why. Shri Krishna says we should ask. There's no way in any scripture tells us do not ask, and even though people say don't ask, just follow. But Shri Krishna doesn't say that. Tarvir pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshate jnanam jnaninas tattva darshina. Chapter 4, verse 34. You have to ask the right person, that's all. Shri Krishna says, if you are so fortunate to find such an entity, Jnanina plus Tattvadarshina, one who has complete knowledge of all the scriptures, Jnanina, who can remove our doubts, and Tattvadarshina, he sees God, attained God. What should we do? Number 1, Tadviripranipatena, completely surrender to Him. Number 2, Pariprashnena, ask questions. See, Shri Krishna is saying, ask questions. Not a challenging way. Many people read a little bit here, read a little bit there, and think they know everything. There's a saying, a little knowledge is a very dangerous thing. It brings Gyan Abhiman, the pride of learning, the pride I know. Little bit here, little bit read, little bit think you know everything. So now they challenge, they want to challenge everyone. No, not like that. Shri Krishna says, Pariprashrena, asks with a genuine interest to know, an inquisitive mind, but feeling I don't know. And sevaya, do his seva serve. So we have to ask. You don't just follow blindly because somebody says, do like this and do like that, and you have no idea what you do. Ask. And if the person can't give the answer, ask somebody else. But find out. Lots of things are done. There's a lot of superstitions and all these things. And we're educated. So people get, they say, I don't want to follow this thing. Is this mambo jumbo? Nobody wants to give any answer. All the answers are there. Sanatana Dharma is such a religion. It is so logical. Every answer, every question we have, there's answers for it. Every question. And it's very logical also. Anyhow, so this introduction. So today, Garu Puran se Dharma Khand 11वें अध्याय की कथा है। ये कथा गुरु जी भगवान से प्रश्न करते हैं, नारायण। इसलिए गरुड़ पुराण कहते हैं क्योंकि गुरु जी प्रश्न करते हैं। जो भगवान का वाहन है, गरुड़ कोई पक्षी नहीं है, बहुत बड़े भक्त हैं। रामायण में ज्ञानी भक्त शिरोमणि, ये काकभूषुंड जी ने कहा गुरु जी को। शिरोमणि मतलब श्रेष्ठ, सबसे परे। तो ये पक्षी हो ही नहीं सकता। So this Garu Puran is called Garu Puran because Garuji, the vehicle of Shri Krishna, is questioning Narayan Bhagwan. Bhagwan, Narayana, name for Shri Krishna, is given the answer. The best person to ask, Bhagwan. And we should not think Garud is an eagle or a bird. He has the form of an eagle, doesn't mean he is a bird. In the Ramayana, Kagbhusundji says to Garuji that you are Jnani Bhakt Shiromani. Shiromani means topmost. That is, Jnani, one of knowledge, your topmost, and Bhakt, devotee, your topmost. Double PhD. A bird cannot be topmost Jnani, topmost devotee. So many great devotees, Nandishwar, Nandi, being the vehicle of Shiva Bhagwan, Garuji, etc. They have taken this form to serve the Lord. But they are divine entities. From beginningless time they are divine. They are not under Maya. They perform divine pastimes as though they are under Maya to clarify our doubts. So here Garuji is asking the question and Bhagwan is given the answers. Let's see what he says. As I said, Dharma Khand of Garu Puran, 11th chapter. Katha. गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमन हरि सुरश्रेष्ठ विनता गर्भ संभव यमलोकं कथं याति विष्णुलोकं अरण्ये नित्यते देशे जायते ब्रह्मराक्षसः हीनतो प्रजायेन रत्नमातु बिहारी लाल की जय। गुरुजी ने भगवान से प्रश्न पूछते हैं कि हे देवों के श्रेष्ठ है, मैं गरुड़ कश्यप के पुत्र और विनता के गर्भ से निकले, कृपा मुझ पर कृपा करो और ये बताइए कि मनुष्य किस तरह से किस काम से यमलोक जाते हैं और किस तरह से विष्णु लोक जाते हैं, भगवान के लोक में जाते हैं। Guruji is addressing Bhagwan with great humility and devotion, of course. The way we ask questions is very important. They said we have to ask, but the way we ask, Vinay, with great humility, namrata, with humility and a yearning and desire to know, mumukshu bhav. He says, oh, best among deities, best among those worshipable, I am Garuji, I am the son of Kashyap, and I've come from the womb of Vinta. Please be so kind as to tell me how human beings, what they do, and how, through what actions they go to the abode of Yamraj, Yamlok, and through which action they go to the abode of Bhagwan, Vishnulok, Golok, the abode of Bhagwan. So in some actions we continue rotating in 8.4 million forms of life. And one of the ways that we have to go to hell with suffering. The Yamlok, going to Yamlok means going to hell. So many hells. One of the days maybe we'll hear a katha of how many hells and what action takes us to hell. And how many hells and what different hell for different kind of action. And which action, what can take us to the abode of Bhagwan and we never have to come back in this material world and suffering. The Avagaman mein chutkara, to become free from this Avagaman, this continuous rotation in the endless cycle of birth and death. Bhagwan ne uttar diya कि हे गुरु जी, श्री कृष्ण वाचा, दूसरे किसी अन्य पुरुष का पत्नी का हरण करना, ये ब्राह्मण का वस्तु चुराना, तो वो लोग ब्रह्म राक्षस होके वन में घूमते हैं। जो रत्न का जो चोरी करते हैं तो वो निम्न जाति में पैदा होता है। Here Bhagwan is answered. He says, "Oh Guruji, it's a wonderful question for the benefit of all. One who kidnaps another man's wife, who steals the property of a Brahman, that person becomes a Brahma Rakshas in the wilderness. Brahma is called Rakshas, Brahma Rakshas, a demonic soul. Those who steal jewels, they are born in very, very low caste, low birth. This is an example given, it's not detailed here. Other chapters give more detail. जो जिस चीज से हमारा आसक्ति है, जब ये प्राण छोड़ देते शरीर को, जिस समय निकलते हैं प्राण शरीर से, तो अंतिम जो हमारा सोच है, स्मरण करते हैं उस समय, वही हम मिल जाएंगे मरने के बाद। Bhagwan says, when the life leaves this body, whatever we remember that time, this is again the philosophy. See, all the scriptures are given the same philosophy. The same thing Bhagwan Krishna says in Gita. Yam yam vapi smaram bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram tam tamevaiti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavitah. Chapter 8, verse 6, Gita. Same exact thing here. Yam yam vapi smaram bhavan. Smaran means remember. Whatever we remember, where our mind is attached, whatever is in our mind, whatever we remember when the life leaves the body. Tyajatyante kalevaram. Kalevaram means body. That is what we are going to go, what we are going to become after we leave. And what are we going to remember that time? Whatever we are attached to, whatever we love, whatever we are attached to. You have to be very careful. You're attached to the dog. A lot of people keep pets and they get so attached. People get more attached to the pet. People treat dogs, animals better than children even. There's an example in Bhagavad Mahapurana. Great personality, Bharat, Jar Bharat, became attached to a deer. If in the 5th canto, the 5th book of Bhagavad Mahapurana, this katha is very famous. Paramhans, Bharat, Jar Bharat. Once he was sitting in the forest in an ashram. He had given up, he had ruled the world for millions of years. Then he gave the rule to his sons, etc., and went in the forest. Gandaki Nadi. On the bank of the Gandaki Nadi. And he was doing devotion. A pregnant deer was drinking water. A lion roared. And the deer, becoming very scared for her life, tried to jump straight across or jump the river to save herself. And as she jumped, the baby that was in the womb fell out in the water. Being scared for her life, she ran away, went in some cave, and because of the exertion and the miscarriage, died. And the baby in the meantime was drowning in the river. Bharat ji saw this Jara Bharat. He dove into the water, took out the baby, saved it, and started taking care of the baby there. And became so attached that when he was about to die, being such a great personality, he knew the time had come for him to leave. He called all the disciples in the ashram, told them, bring the deer for Hiran. Bring the deer. बहुत प्यार करते हैं, मुझसे बहुत प्रिय है. I loved her very, very much. Please bring her. And they brought the deer and he started playing. He said, this deer, I love her so much. Please take care of her. I'm about to leave. And while doing that, he died, left the body. The last thought in the mind was in the deer. What happened? In the next life, he had to be born as a deer. Those of us who think this is not possible, this is exactly why we keep rotating in the 8.4 million forms of life. Because wherever we are touched, there we're going to go. Somebody says, I love my father to death. And your father has performed such actions that in the next lifetime he is born in the body of a dog. The soul rotates in 8.4 million forms of life. He doesn't become a dog. The soul, the body of a dog, goes in the body of a dog. Because you're so attached, then you have to go there, then you will go, you'll become a puppy. We keep rotating like that. Wherever the mind is attached, so much so, Bhagavan says in the verse before, Antakale chamameva smaran muktva kalevaram Yah prayati samadbhavam yati nastatya sanshayah. Chapter 8, verse 5, Gita. Antakale chamami smaran muktva kalevaram. At the last moment, antakali, when the life leaves the body, if you remember Bhagavan, antakale chamameva, you remember me, Bhagavan, God, then Arjun, you will certainly come to me, there's no doubt about that. If you want to go to Bhagavan, then you have to attach ourselves to Him. This is bhakti. That's why we do bhakti, that our mind be attached to Bhagavan or no one, nothing in the material world. Of course, we don't get this teaching, and we are told, love this one, love everyone, love, 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 and that's how we keep rotating in the 8.4 million forms of life, wherever you are touched. So here also in Garuda Puran, Bhagavan is saying the same exact philosophy of the Gita, of the Vedas, Ramayana, everything. वही मिलेगा. ये जो शरीर है, ये हम नहीं है, हम शरीर नहीं है. ये घर है, घर. मैं आत्मा हूँ, जीव, और ये जीव अविनाशी है. जीव अविनाशी, अनादि है, अविनाशी है. ये कोई शस्त्र इसको काट नहीं सकते. ये अग्नि से जला नहीं सकते, ये पानी से गीला नहीं कर सकते, ना हवा से सूख जाए. ये हमेशा एक तरह देखो, so वही philosophy, the same philosophy, the exact verse actually of Gita. Nainam chinnati shastrani, nainam dahati pavakah, na chainam kliriyantyapu, na shoshayati marutah. That exact verse, chapter 2, verse 23, it's here in Garuda Purana. Say, nainam chinnati shastrani, nainam dahati pavakah, na chainam kliriyantyapu, na shoshayati marutah. 11 chapter, 7 verse, Garuda Purana. The same philosophy, the exact verse. What does it say? From Gita, chapter 2, verse 23. The soul is indestructible. It cannot be caught by any weapons. Nainam chinnati shastrani. The shastra, weapon, no weapon can cut it. Natahati pavakaha. Fire cannot burn it. Apaha. Water cannot wet it. Marut, the wind cannot dry it. It's the same fire. तो वही यही बात कर रहे हैं, ये जीव अनादि है, अविनाशी है. The soul is beginningless, eternal, indestructible. When we think, we say, oh, this person died, we start crying and weeping and crying. अरे किस कौन मरा है? Nobody. Because you see, this is our ignorance. Identifying with the body, that's why we think somebody has died, and he's died. And if I'm the body, Jatasu dhuvomitam dhuvam janmamitasya, chapter 2, verse 27. That which takes birth must die, and that which dies must take birth. Body takes birth, body dies. If I'm the body, then I take birth, I die, that's the end of it. See, that's a Charvak philosophy. It's called Charvak. Yavat bheta jataram, yavat pri, yavat jivet sukham jivet rinam kirtva kritam pivet bhasmi bhutasya dehasya gamanam kutaha. This is called Charvak philosophy. This philosophy was given by Brihaspati to the Rakshas. Katha hai, stay in Devi Bhagavad Mahapurana. For their destruction. This is the philosophy we follow. What does philosophy say? We have only one life to live. Beg, steal, borrow, live life to the fullest, drink ghee. So ancient time drinking ghee. Nowadays people don't drink too much ghee because they think they're going to get cholesterol. Ghee is very good, but you have to be careful. Not too much. The Devatas love ghee. That's why we do Havan with the ghee. It's food of the gods. So drink ghee. Drink the best thing. Eat the best thing, in other words. Wear the best clothes. Get the best motor car to drive. Go to the best restaurant. Go all over the world. See all the places in the world. Enjoy the senses. Eat, drink, be merry. Because when you die, there's nothing else after that. They identify with the body. And many of us, this is the philosophy we have. Charvak philosophy is called. We say we are Hindus, but we have no belief that the soul is beginningless. The soul, we are the soul, Atma. As I said a few nights ago, and I keep saying, I'm not a Guyanese, I'm not a Trinidadian, I'm not an Indian, I'm not an American, I'm not a Hindu, a Muslim, a Christian, a Buddhist, a Jain, I'm not a Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. All these are titles of the body. If I'm the body, then I'm a Trinidadian, I'm a Brahmin, I'm a Hindu, but I'm not the body. I'm the soul, Atma, and the soul has no titles. The soul is not a Trinidadian, not a Guyanese, not an Indian, it's not a Hindu, Muslim, or Christian, it's not a Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. The soul has no titles. And it's indestructible, it's beginningless, eternal. Never had a beginning, will never have an end. Gita. Na jayate mriyate va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyah ajo nitya shashvatuyam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. We read Gita, we hear Katha, we hear Ramayana. Do we have faith? Do we believe in this thing? No, we don't. Or else when anybody dies, no one will cry. No one will cry. And the biggest Babaji, biggest Swami, biggest Pandit is crying. And what do you read in the book for it if you don't have knowledge? Knowledge means acceptance. Knowledge doesn't mean that, oh, I know this verse and I know that verse. To know means to accept. If you don't accept, then you don't know. Lay down. And if I accept, na sato vijate bhavo na bhavo vijate sata upayodapi trishtuntas tanayus tattva darshini. Chapter 2, verse 16 Gita. That which is real can never become non-existent, and the unreal can never exist. Both of these are known by the knowers of truth. Therefore, the wise person does not grieve or rejoice at the birth or death of anyone. When you're wise, wise means you have the knowledge. Wise doesn't mean how many shlok you know or how many verses you can quote. That the knowledge is there firmly in the mind. The soul does not take birth. It does not take, chapter 2, verse 20 Gita. Does not take birth, nor does it die. Nor having come into existence does it cease to be, because it is unborn, eternal, and most ancient. It is not destroyed, even when the body is destroyed. We have that faith. That you will not, there will be no crying, no grief, because no one has died. Just take on a new clothes. Vasansi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grihnati naro parani tatha sharirani vihaya jirna nyanyani sayyati navani dehi. How beautiful Bhagwan is. Very beautiful. Chapter 2, verse 22 Gita. We change clothes. This is a person who takes clothes that he has worn and discards them and puts on new ones. Sometimes we wear it one time and we change it. And sometimes some of us like me like to wear it till we get really old. I love to wear old clothes. It has to get really, really old. And then we discard it and put on new. In the same way, the embodied soul discards bodies and takes on others of the new. Just change clothes, that's all. We change in clothes. This 8.4 million forms of life, these are clothes. In the world we change, how many suits you can have? 10, 20, 100? Some of us, we have closets and closets filled with clothes. New sari every day, new pants and shirt every day, new different design. That's okay. How much can you change? The soul changes 8.4 million types of clothes. You lose this one, you get another one. Then why grieve? Just get new clothes. Anybody, you in the world, you go shopping, right? You buy new clothes. Do you feel sad? Does anybody feel sad to put on new clothes? So then why feel sad? Just put on new clothes, that's all. Understand the philosophy. Accept it. realize it, then we won't have any problem. There will be no grief. When we understand, this is why knowledge, but it has to sit in it. We have to accept it. बार. श्रोतव्यः, मंतव्यः, निधिध्यासितव्यः. श्रोतव्य, listen carefully. Then manan karo. Manan. Again, bring it in the mind. I'm not the body, I'm the soul, Atma. Repeat again and again. Meditate on that, over and over. Shrotavya, mantavya. Nididhyasita, put it to practice. Then it will sit. And you come and listen to Katha and then you leave, it was so nice. Especially if there was a good orchestra, nice singing. Oh, I've never been to a more wonderful thing. I had so much experience. The pause, my body was raising on end. And what did you learn, Bhaiya? I just had a good time. Fun. But we didn't take anything. So, Shrotavya, Mantavya, and then Nididhyasatavya, put into practice. Then slowly it will sit. And that was supposed to change us. जहाँ तक भोग करना है, तो ये जीव फल जो कार्य करते इसका फल मिलता है, अच्छा है या बुरा है. Whatever actions we perform, we will have to bear the fruits of it. You cannot perform any action that can stop you from getting the fruit of that action. Avashyameva bhogtavyam kritam karma shubha shubham Mahabharata. The scriptures tell us we will have to bear the fruits of our good action as well as bad actions. We have to. In Gita, Bhagavan Krishna says, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala hetu bhurmate sangostva karmani. Chapter 2 verse 47 Gita. Bhagavan says, कर्म करने का अधिकार सबको देते हैं. I give you the right to perform action. I give you free will. Do whatever you want. Do right, do good, do bad, do mixture. You do whatever you want. Bhagavan says, I do stuff. I have given my law books. Law book? Puran, Bhagavad, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Ved. This is Bhagavan. These are Bhagavan's law book. In these books, Bhagavan have said to us, if you do these kinds of action, you're going to get this kind of fruit. You do that kind of action, you're going to get that kind of fruit. Well, I never listened. I didn't hear anything. That's your problem. Ignorance is not an excuse to break the law. You go to a country and you say, I didn't know. In this country, this is against the law. And you said, in my country is not against the law. I come and I do it here. And the police lock you up and you say, but this is unfair. I didn't know. No, find out if you want to live there. You have to find out. Find out. So Bhagavan says, I give you the right to do whatever you want, but know that every action you perform is going to bear fruit. And I give the fruit. Bhagavan gives the fruit. Not your neighbor. Don't blame the neighbor. As soon as something happens to some of us, we start blaming the neighbor. People who they want to kill the neighbor. And kill this one and kill, because of you. And what about you? Do we blame ourselves? No, nobody blames themselves. See, the truth is a bitter medicine. We refuse to accept that we are wrong. We will commit 100 new mistakes just to hide it. But we will not accept I am wrong. It was because of Bhagavan. We blame. In the Ramayana, Bhagavan Sri Ram says in the Ramayana, Doha. सो परत्र दुख पावही, सिर धुनि धुनि पछताए। ओ रामा सिर धुनि धुनि पछताए। कर्म ही काल ही ईश्वर ही, मिथ्या दोष लगाए। ओ रामा मिथ्या दोष लगाए। सो परत दुख पावही, सिर धुनि धुनि पछताए। काल ही कर्म ही ईश्वर ही, मिथ्या दोष लगाए. So because we don't accept this my fault, we put false blame, mithya dosh. Bhagwan Shri Ram is saying to the residents of Ayodhya, we put false blame. We blame three things for not doing what we are supposed to. First time, we don't have, when it comes to Bhagwan, when it comes to praying to God, sitting and doing meditation, meditating on Bhagwan, doing bhakti, hey, I don't have time. Many times I ask devotees, do you do your sadhana every day? Sometimes. Or more of the time, no time. Because why? I don't have time. We have time for everything in the world. We don't have time for Bhagwan. Does anybody say I don't have time to eat food? You get hungry, you eat. And some of us love to eat. If we don't get 3 meals or more doing that for a day, we can't even miss one meal. And that's feeding the body, that's important. We have to take care of the body. Tana binu bhajana veda nahi varna. We have to keep the body healthy, give it up. The right amount of vitamins, mineral, protein, exercise, everything required. The right amount. Exercise also. Don't be a couch potato. We're lazy, we just sit down and relax in front of the TV. Won't get up and go and walk a little bit. Do some exercise. In the room, you could do a little jumping jack in the room. Do some yoga. Exercise is important. Eat properly, the right food. Not too much fry and pizza. Now and then is alright, but not all the time. Eat healthy. Steamed vegetable. It can't go wrong. Take a stick and push it out. No taste, man. I want chatak matak. Deep fry, masala and pepper and hot sauce, ketchup. We eat all kind of garbage, and we get sick, and we have all kind of problem, and we wonder what happened. Why? Because we don't eat properly. We don't exercise. So that's for the body. Take care of the body is important. But we are not the body, we are the soul, Atma. So just as we feed the body every day to keep it healthy, we have to feed the soul, the Atma also. We have to feed the soul. Body is material. Kshiti jala pavaka gagana samira. It's made of 5 things. Earth, water, fire, air and space. It's material. So we give it material things. Dal, rice, bread, roti, pizza. Can we give pizza to the soul, Atma? No. Why? Because soul is divine. Fraction of God. So we have to give it divine food. That's who we are, the soul, Atma. We have to give it divine. What is divine food? When we take some time, we sit by ourselves, we meditate on Bhagwan, we chant the name of Bhagwan, meditate on Bhagwan. We do bhakti, sadhana, that is food for the soul, Atma. So just as we eat every day to keep the body healthy, we have to eat every day for the soul. Take some time to meditate on Bhagwan, to do arti, to sing bhajan, kirtan. Just give a little some time. Don't be too busy. So Kal, we blame karma. We blame destiny. Bhagya. If it's my destiny to pray to Bhagwan, if my destiny to go to mandir, I will go. It's not my destiny, so how can I go? Blame destiny. And we blame Bhagwan, Ishwari. वही होता है जो मंजूर खुदा होता है. Whatever Bhagwan wants is going to happen. Blame Bhagwan too. So Bhagwan said this is false. One who blames these things for not doing what he is supposed to, so parat dukh pav, he is going to get suffering here and the hereafter also. Asid dhuni dhuni pachitai. And after leaving, having this golden opportunity, this wonderful human body, didn't do the right thing. No bhakti. And then left, just had a good time in the world. And then you start repenting. Oh, Bhagwan, I had such a wonderful opportunity. I wasted it. You're going to beat the head and repent? Too late. Because that time you cannot do it. Only while you are in this body, no other form of life, not even Devata, the action bears fruits. They cannot do bhakti. Only in the human body. That's why everybody wants the human body. Even Devatas, Bare Bhagya Manushatan Pava, Sura Durulabha, Sura Devatas are one begging and praying for him. So important is human body. Because only in the human body we can do bhakti. Hey, पक्षियों में राज के राजा है. जो भी हम भोगता है, दुख मिलते हैं तो अपने कर्म के अनुसार ही. Bhagwan says, O king among birds, when we suffer in the world, this is an outcome of our own actions. Don't blame anyone. This is the outcome of our own deeds, what we have performed. Purva janma kritam karma taddevamiti kathyate hitopadesh. The actions performed in our past life, out of the free will that God has given to us, becomes our bhagya, destiny in this lifetime. Whatever happens to us, good or bad, is due to the actions we perform in the past life. Understand that? मरने के बाद अगर वो भक्ति करेंगे, भक्ति किया उन्होंने, तो वो जितने कार्य किया उन्होंने वो पूरा भोग दिया, तो माया से छुटकारा मिलेगी और भगवान के धर्म को धाम में जाएंगे. If he does bhakti, on the other hand, utilizes the human body for the reason it was given, he does bhakti, then having worked out his karma, his pradab in this lifetime, and then he will leave this body, he will become free from Maya forever and go to the divine abode of Bhagwan. We'll do a beautiful bhajan as we continue the karma. Devotees saying, O Lord, Hey Bhagwan, Hey Shri Krishna, while I was in this world, while I'm in this world, you're my protector, you're my savior, and when I leave this world, I beg you to please continue being my protector, my savior, as I devote myself to you. Bhagwan meri naiya उस पार लगा देना, अब तक तो निभाया है, आगे भी निभा देना. the attraction of Maya, this झंझट called Maya. I may forget you, my Lord. ये होते हैं, भूल जाते हैं. But I know you will never forget me. You never will forget me. I should strive to always remember you also. संभव है झंझट में तुमको भूल जाऊं. झंझट में तुमको भूल जाऊं. पर नाथ कहीं तुम भी मुझको न भुला देना. पर नाथ कहीं तुम भी मुझको न भुला देना. बलबल के साथ माया. This Maya has a powerful army. Maya is a very powerful army. Greed, anger, jealousy, hatred, lust, attacking us every moment. और आप बस देखते हैं. Don't be an onlooker, my Lord. Just look and see how I'm suffering in this world. Help me. You're the only one who can help me. As I surrender to your lotus feet. Prabhu, my Lord, you're my Ish, my chosen deity. I'm the one who worships you. I'm the devotee. You're the most worshipable. I'm your pujari, the one who loves you, adores you. If this is true, my Lord, then come and let me see you. Prove it that this is true. यदि सत्य है तो स्वामी go to Vishnu, you want to go to Vishnu Lok, to Golok. अब दो मार्ग है, दो मार्ग, दो रास्ते. There are two paths, two marks, two roads. We can decide, we have to decide which road we are going to take. You come to a junction, then there are two roads. One of the road is going to take you to the destination, and one is going to take you away from the destination. And choose, you have to choose which one you want to take. One is taking you to Mai Khana. One is taking you to Mandir. One is taken to the Ramsha. One is taken to the Mandir. One is taking us to the world. One is taking us to Bhagwan. अब ये मत सोचो, देखो ये नहीं है, कुछ लोग कहते हैं मंदिर में भी जाते हैं लेकिन उस समय भी भगवान का याद नहीं करते. There are people who go in mandir and still don't think about Bhagwan. There were two friends. They were going to the Ramsha. On the way, they heard there was a yell going on in the mandir. So one of the friends hearing there was mics. So from outside you can hear the bhajan and the kirtan and the lectures. He said, "Bhaiya, I don't think I'll go to Ramsha today. I will go to Mandir." So the other friend said, "Okay, it's up to you. You're going to go there and get bored. I'm going to have a good time." So the friend who one left and he went to the Mandir, he went where there was Katha, there was Bhajan, Kirtan of Bhagwan, and the other one went to the Ramsha. Now the fellow who went in the Mandir, he is sitting in the Mandir and Bhajan and Kirtan and the Vyas is given wonderful discourse, but his mind is not there. He is thinking, what a fool I am. Sitting in the Mandir, he is thinking, मैं कितना बड़ा बेवकूफ हूँ. I am here and I am so bored. This fella is only talking about the soul and you have to love Bhagwan and all this nonsense, and my friend is having a good time in the Ramsha. He is having a good time. So his mind, even though he was sitting in the Mandir, where was his mind? In the Ramsha. Now the other friend who went to the Ramsha, what is he doing now? He is thinking, oh Bhagwan, my friend is in Bhagwan's house and he's hearing about Bhagwan and devotion. And where am I in this dirty place? Why didn't I go with him? What am I doing here? So even though he was sitting in the Ramsha, in the bad place, his mind was in the place of Bhagwan, in the Mandir, thinking about, I should have been there, listening to Bhagwan, to the glories of Bhagwan and glorifying Bhagwan. So his mind was not in the Ramsha. And he didn't purchase any alcohol or drink anything. He was just thinking like this. Now both of them left. The friend who went to the Mandir left and the one who went to the Ramsha, and it so happened both of them got in an accident and died. Both got an accident and died. Now the guy who went to the Mandir, the Yamduts came and was taken into hell. He went to Mandir, but the Yamduts came. And they started taking him towards Yamlok. And the fellow who went to the Ramsha, Vishnu Dut came. The messengers of Bhagwan came and was taken him to the abode of Bhagwan. So the guy who went to the Mandir said, wait. Ab roko. This is not just, man. Yeah, nyay. This is an injustice. I went to Mandir and you're taking me to hell. And my friend who went to the Ramsha, the wrong place, he's going to Bhagwan. How is this fair? So the Vishnu Duts overheard and they said, look, Bhaiya, Where was your mind? You were sitting in Bhagwan's place, but your mind was in the wrong shop. It doesn't matter where you are, it's where the mind is. Bhagwan knows where our mind, our thoughts. You could be sitting doing puja and the mind, oh hey, Bhagwan knew where the mind is. While your friend was in the wrong shop, his body was there, but his mind was in Bhagwan. So when you come to Mandir, focus your mind on Bhagwan. Keep your mind here, forget about the world. A few minutes, couple hours we're here, focus your mind on it. Most important is the mind. Where your mind is. You could be going around Govardhan mountain, people go all the way to India. They make big plans to go and do parikrama in the month of July. I'm going to do parikrama, and they boast to the friends and family, I'm going to do parikrama. Start to boast. Go and do parikrama around Govardhan. When we keep an object of worship to our right hand side and we go around in a clockwise direction, it's called parikrama. So people go. So you make all the plans and you're going. And when you go now to Govardhan mountain in Barsana, and you're going around Govardhan mountain, that time now what happened? I wonder if, I hope nobody break into my shop. I hope that they're feeding the dog, the children feeding the dog. I hope nobody come and steal my motorcar. I hope I park it on the right side of the street. I hope my wife and children didn't get sick. I hope everyone is okay. So you go walking around Govardhan, but where the mind is? In the world. Before you went to Govardhan, your mind was on Govardhan. Actually it was better at that time. Now you are there with Govardhan, at the Govardhan mountain, and you're going around, the mind is in the world. What are you doing? Physical exercise. You're just marching. And not only that, you're going to end up losing. Why? Because now you're going to come back in the world and boast. Hey, have you ever been to Govardhan? Have you ever done parikrama? No, I went and So you don't need to do it in the correct way and then just abhiman, this pride. Now you boast it. People come to me, oh, I went here and have you ever been to Lakshman Jhula and this place and oh, Rameshwaram and Arey bhaiya, that's not to boast. Is it why we do tirth? We go to place of pilgrimage to boast to everybody how much places we have been? That's not bhakti, that's not devotion. When you're doing devotion, humility. Gaurang Mahaprabhu says, Tinadapi suni chena. One has to be, in order to do bhakti, to practice bhakti in the right way, one has to become humbler than a blade of grass. Trin se barkar deen. Trin means grass. Wanting Bhagwan doesn't like abhiman, ego. Why? Ravan was so great, but what? He had ego, he was abhimani. Ravan was very great. Ravan had great knowledge. Ravan had written commentaries on the Vedas and other scriptures. He's very knowledgeable. Alasya Muni was his grandfather. But what abhiman? He had so much power. He had all the devtas under his control. Indra, Kuber, all his devtas were under his control. Vayu, Surya, they were under the control of Ravan. Ravan, hey Surya, hey sun, keep the temperature 65 degrees, no hot and no cooler. Yes, sir. Hey Vayu, God of wind, blow gently, cool in wind. Don't make it hot, don't make it too cold. Nice, cool, gentle. Yes, sir. Hey Indra, God of rain. Nice gentle showers now and again, a little bit. Not too much rain. And not sukha, not drought also. Yes, sir. All the things. So he was Abhiman. Just brought this Abhiman. He was like a Bhagavan himself. Huh? So Bhagavan wanting, if you want to be a devotee, if you want to be close to Bhagavan, then you have to be humble, Deenata. This is a Bhagavan a special name, Deena Bandhu, Deena Nath. You see the word Deen means humble. Or Deena Bandhu, Bandhu means friend. He is a friend of the humble. Deena Nath, Nath means Lord, He is the Lord of the humble. In other words, He loves humility. One thing He cannot tolerate, Abhiman, ego. Right, you have to get rid of it. If you want to get close to Bhagavan, if you want Bhagavan to be your friend, people boast, oh, she was my friend. You don't boast. If He's really your friend, you will never boast. Because He loves humility. He will only be your friend when you become truly humble, more humble than the blade of grass. In the Bible also it says, God resisted the proud, but give it unto the humble. Because He loves you. So, this way the Katha is told, in very brief way, Bhagavan is said to Garuji, the kind of action which will take you to Yamalok, and the kind of action will take you to Golok, to Bhagavan's Lok. So there are two roads. We have to decide which one we are going to take. Alright? We'll finish the Katha here tonight. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai